see what opportunities are available. We help them get involved with their kids' schools, network within the community, and when we do, we unite them. We make the community stronger. What I do is something I wish someone had done for me, and I am so grateful I am able to. My name is Meera Batra. I help families see opportunities and succeed. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at theshelterpetproject.org. A public service announcement brought to you by Maddie's Fund.
The Exposed Radio.
Well, if you made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's
period.
The real.
You're right.
That's the real deal.
It's period.
Right.
And all that old money shouldn't go toward this, money should go to, if the child is with one of the parents 24/7, 7 days a week, you don't even come get your child every day. You come get your child once a month maybe, or once every 3 months.
Right.
You cannot dictate where that money goes, especially if the child ain't calling you about nothing. Now, if the child calling you every week, then you can question about where the child support is going. But if every time you pick up the child, they look nice, they ain't complaining about nothing, why are you worrying about where the money go at?
It is what it is. Radio.
Well, Jason, I've got to tell you, you're pretty much everything this company is looking for in an entry-level candidate.
Great.
Your resume isn't quite what we're used to, but you've got a fantastic work ethic.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed by how you carry yourself.
So, should we talk about the job?
What? The job? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have no way of recruiting or even meeting you. This interview didn't happen.
It may sound ridiculous, and that's because it kind of is. There's a huge pool of talent your company is missing out on. Meet the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Man, we really could have used him.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
My name is Ruth Rusey. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live united. I say retired, but not really. Once a week,
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we are live with Old School Bruja Radio, and I am your host, Lynette La Fuerza. And tonight I am joined by Teresa, Mrs. Scientific, our resident tarot reader. Tonight, Chanel, our fabulous co-host, is on vacation for the holiday with her family. And we miss her and we love her so much. So how are my witches and warlocks and wizards doing out there tonight? I missed you guys. We were away last week because guess what? Retrograde decided to rear its ugly head in so many ways that we had to just really take the day off to take care of ourselves. It was a lot. It was a lot going on.
There was too much going on.
Too much. But we are all okay. We are all better now. But I do have great things to share. Are you ready for my great things?
I'm ready. Do it.
So, last week, the Washington Post featured me in a photo essay.
And amazing.
About witches and embracing our spirituality. If you haven't seen that photo essay, it's up on the Washington Post, and it's also on my Facebook page, La Fuerza, and it's on the Old School Bruja Facebook page too. So you can look that up and check that out. And there's several parts to this photo essay. So I was contacted by Kate, and she is a fabulous, fabulous journalist. She's so amazing. Her spirit is just so calm and pure and genuine, and she's just so pretty too. And she came to my house, and she spent about 5 hours with me, watching me do my work. And she sat in on client sessions, which was really great. I'm glad that my clients allow that to happen. I'm very grateful for you.
That's awesome.
And she asked tons of questions, but she was so respectful of our craft. You know, she was very thorough. She was mindful of her pictures, and then she was also very mindful on how she came across, because I was very concerned about that, given that we had that whole debate last week, the week before last. Remember that? About the reporter.
I feel like that was like justice being served.
Absolutely.
Having that update, that follow up, or having something new being put out.
Yeah, so the essay is going to have more parts to it. She's traveling and she's meeting witches all over, which is pretty dope. I look forward to it. I'm really excited about that.
It was a really good article, and the picture was nice too.
I can't wait to see the other pictures, because she took 5 hours worth of photos.
It's amazing.
So I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to see what that's gonna be like in the next couple of months. But the other part is I had a lot of tests last week. A lot of tests of my patience, a lot of tests of my faith, and I am grateful that I have a support team that kept me calm.
You ain't never lied. Last week was very ugly. It was really ugly, and I'm so thankful for you and Chanel and for the rest of the sisters that just rushed in. So I'm in a better place.
Yay.
And I see things are changing very fast. So with that being said, I don't want the listeners to be discouraged with these retrogrades, but there's just a lot. I always know when Mercury is going retrograde, but I just felt like there was just something else happening. And so now I saw that we do have Neptune in play right now. And Neptune is, they say Neptune's like the sister or the close cousin to Venus. So we're seeing a lot of love and beauty, a lot of self-care is happening now.
Yes.
So with Neptune, we have this, it's retrograde June 19th to November 25th. And so there's a lot of mystery with Neptune. Neptune also deals with our intuition and our dreams.
Yes.
So we also have Mercury, as we know, lovely Mercury is in retro, and Mercury is running through Sagittarius right now.
Oh, I don't want to get all into that just yet.
Yes.
We have a lot to cover on that.
There's tons.
Because this retrograde, I feel like when it came in with a great force, because there was a huge shift from Venus going direct to Mercury going into retrograde. And I physically felt the shift. I felt when my body felt like the earth beneath me moved, and then it felt like my head was spinning for a little bit, and then I caught a crazy ass cold all of a sudden. And then I just got really tired. And dragging, and time was going really, really fast. And I was like, wait, time's going too fast. I have so much that I gotta do. But then I was too tired to do it.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know what? It's just gonna have to wait. And now everything I had to do was done. And then I got even more done once I settled into the new energy. But can I tell you all the revelations that are coming out already?
Yes.
Everyone is speaking their truth.
Everyone is, and this is the time to do it. So now we won't blame Venus going retro for the, you know, the exes coming back or the exes wanting to strengthen communication. So that's direct now. So now when people come back to you from your past, you can take their word as bond now, because we're not experiencing that retro with Venus, with communication and with love and our past experiences with those people. So you can answer the booty calls now, because you're back on track. It's back on its usual transit. So this is.
So you said we can answer to the booty call?
You can answer the calls now. You can rest assured that the text messages are gonna mean what you want them to mean.
So okay, now for relationships that began, you know how in Venus in retrograde they said don't start any relationships or don't get committed in any relationship until after November 16th, right? So now we went through, let's say Mary and Bill met the first day of Venus in retrograde. They're crazy about each other and you know they want to move forward. It's now November 16th, but boom, another retrograde.
But here's the beauty of this. So Mercury controls communication and large machines and how machines talk to each other. So I don't fly when Mercury is retrograde, because the plane is not going to get the transmissions from the tower correctly. So you're going to have issues like that. You'll notice Amtrak trains will fall off tracks. I mean, there's a lot of communication missteps,
cancel flights, late flights.
Everything is going good with Mary and you said Bill. So everything is good. So if it's good, it's good. In a retro with Mercury, it's all good. If something is rocky or broken, don't try to fix it when Mercury goes retrograde.
Right.
Because the fix will be a patch. It's not going to be permanent. It's just going to, you have a hole in your little tube and you want to go swimming.
So what about, okay, now in retrograde past relationships rear their ugly head or pretty head, however you want to look at it. And now what happens with those relationships?
So whatever is broke or whatever is malfunctioning before you go retro, you want to start fixing it before you go into Mercury retro. Here's an example. My truck was doing crazy things last year, and I went into a retrograde with a crazy transmission. I changed I paid to change that transmission, and it was a quick fix, but it didn't last. I come out of retrograde, and guess what I needed? Another transmission. So whatever is broken before, don't try to fix it, or try to fix it before you go into the retro. Inside the retro space, you can work on it, but don't expect a permanent fix. Come out of the retrograde, specifically Mercury.
So like right now it's taking it slow type of thing. Okay.
Just monitor things. Don't try to do big, like your husband and wife are on the outs. Don't try to go to counseling and it's going to work right now.
Right.
This is going to be very a slow process.
A slow process so you can appreciate it later type of thing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's nice. I like it, I like it, I like it. So in today's show, we are going to be talking about all things retrograde and self-care, and Mrs. Scientific has retrograde readings for every sign.
I do.
She put in work today for y'all.
I did.
But also this retrograde is a time where psychic vampires are everywhere and they're showing themselves, pulling on energy, just really trying to drain every piece of you and use you up. And I'm like, come on. So setting boundaries during this time, being very clear on what you will and will not do is really, really important, especially when working with energy vampires. You know, if you're in a relationship and someone ain't treating you the way you want to be treated, now is the time to speak your truth, really.
Right now.
Write that shit down and be very clear.
That is correct.
Because there's no need to be in a space where you're not appreciating and treated like shit.
That's a straight fact, because And you don't want to blame everything on a retrograde either, because if someone's an asshole before the retrograde, they're going to be an asshole in the retrograde.
And after,
they're going to be a big asshole.
So you just got to really use discernment, but know that, oh man, I was doing some studying today, and I was like, you know what? I really need to listen to the rhythm of the universe right now. And what the universe is saying is focus on learning, focus on studying, focus on building for self and healing for self.
Yes.
And of course, always doing planning stuff during retrograde, never execution or signing contracts and stuff, but also really clearing out not only my physical space, which I already did, but also my circle, the people who are around me. Because I'm finding that sometimes I'm a little too accessible, so I'll pull back because I'm too accessible. So I'll retreat and I'll restore myself. But then there's also these people who just feel like because they know me outside of what I do as a bruja, that they can just tap me at any moment and be like, hey, read me, hey, this me, hey,
what
do
do you
this
think
for me.
about this? Can you read this?
But you know what? You're just pulling and pulling and pulling and pulling, and you're asking me to give you energy and motivation. So what do you think? I'm an endless pit of prosperity and energy to give away?
Let me tap into you. Let me get something from you that I know I need, but you have to have a boundary or they're going to drink. When I tell you I have cried so much since last week, I was physically and emotionally done. And what was it, yesterday? I told you I felt this sudden peace. We were in the video chat together and I'm like, you know what? I feel peace. And I've been looking for that peace for some time. So with that being said, we need to use these retrograde energies to our advantage. It's not all negative. I don't want people to have this impression that, oh God, here we go again, because you're calling that. You're going to create that vortex, but there is energy that you can tap into.
Right, during this time, I always say it's restoration, release, and realign.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of people are so out of alignment right now because they're so out of whack, and they fall into that, oh my God, it's a retrograde, everything's so bad. Like, it's not. It's really a time for you to shut the fuck up, sit down, and take care of you.
It's the big pause button. Just pause.
Right, pause, slow down.
And pay attention. Pay attention to the energies around you. Pay attention to your sign, and not just your sun sign. I keep telling people, Teresa, you posted that card. That didn't resonate for me. Do you think that every Aries card or every Leo card is going to resonate for you? That's not how this works.
Right.
It's your sun sign. What is your moon? Do the work. What's your moon sign? You can do this for free online. What's your Venus sign? What is your rising sign? It's full circle, but you have to know these things about yourself. I wouldn't know what everyone's moon sign is. I can search it for you. I can run a chart for you. But you should want to know what your moon sign is. And we know moon is feminine, the sun is masculine, and we carry those two energies.
Right.
So
people gotta get it together.
Quickly. We are in the final piece of the year. Like, this is the end of the marathon for 2018.
2018 has been a marathon. I'm sleepy.
It busted my ass. 2018 did.
2018 is like the roller coaster ride I never agreed to get on. Right. And I can't get off of it until I ride the whole year out. But I'm tired.
Bitch, I'm throwing up over here. I'm buckled in. I'm like, I'm the purse holder. I don't even get on these dumbass
I
rides.
don't get on them.
I don't do the rides. I sit on the side. I eat snacks.
I wave at you and I support you from the ground.
And I do selfies until you come back. I don't do the riding.
I don't.
We've been dragged.
And I feel like we were forced onto that ride. We were duped. We were. And now we're stuck and we gotta continue on this roller coaster ride, but we are almost to the end of it.
Yes.
On the our regular calendar year. We just hit our Bruja New Year, which was Samhain. That's the New Year for witches. And so there's a lot of renewing energy. new beginnings. I also feel like this retrograde is where new possibilities are going to be revealed.
Yes.
It doesn't mean you have to act on them right away, but the possibility is going to be there, so when retrograde is over, you can go ahead and act on that. Uh-oh, she's pulling cards, folks.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So these three popped out for me earlier. I know it's for me because I'm Emperor. That's the Aries card. So this is a reminder for me to have strength right now with what I'm encountering. And then this is telling me a lot of fast movement. So there's fast changes that are in play right now. That we know. For you, so the feeling of being stabbed in the back, the feeling of being attacked, that is over. This Knight of Cups, it's in reverse. This tells me that someone wants to offer you something. They want to extend something to you. This is almost like an apology. It's in reverse. So this is something that they've wanted to do for some time, but they've been nervous about approaching you. And
gee, I wonder why.
Ow.
Why are you nervous though? I'm just saying. Okay, sorry.
This last one this is all earthy energy. This is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn type of energy. And this is completion. So this is happiness. This is feeling like it's time for you to reap the benefit of something.
Got it.
So, yeah. So
I'm excited about that. And then you also have something in the studio tonight. And this is why I was like, oh, I wish we had our camera.
Yeah.
So Mrs. Scientific is throwing charms. Has anyone ever heard of that before? If so, just plop it into the discussion booth over here on Facebook. But she's throwing charms. She threw some for me earlier, and I got a lovely message from my mommy from the other side, telling me that she loves me. It was very clear in the charms because I got a bench with a heart and a baby carriage and a big giant heart. And I was like, oh, go ma, go ma. Let me tell you, my grandbaby, she was in my house today, and my mother's energy was so strong in the house. It was just laughter, just baby laughter, me, my daughter-in-law, the damn cat was meowing, and it was just so much love in my house today. But these charms, so talk to us about these charms. How did this come about?
So, you know, I'm big on the Lenormand deck, and I've always done something a little out of the box. I used to throw shells, and shell reading is kind of parallel to like reading bones. I've not read bones. I started doing the shells in 2016 after my mom passed. I knew I wanted to do the shell thing, and I said, well, when I'm supposed to start the shell reading, Spirit's going to show me where to get the shells. I'm not going to go to Michael's. The shells will come to me. So I've been back home to St. Thomas, and I've been on the beach, and I didn't feel inspired to pick shells since then, but someone retired from the job, and they gifted me this big, beautiful bowl. It looked like a huge fish bowl filled with sand, and she said, Teresa, this reminds me of you. It has sand, and it's got, look at all these beautiful shells in there. And I'm like, oh, thank you, Spirit. So there were exactly 10 shells in there, and one shell had a crack. So I took the shells home, I put them outside, I charged them under the moon, I kept them under my pillow for a couple of weeks, and I started to read them, and I do yes and no with them, and I felt like, okay, it's time to put these down, and I progressed onto the charms. So the charms is a bag of about 225 charms, and I put a crystal in the bag, I grab a handful and I throw them, and the charms always read a specific story to who I'm reading.
Ooh!
So fun.
Do we get to try this out today?
We do.
Oh, so if we are actually time for break. We are about to go to break. I almost missed that because I'm so excited about these charms. Stay tuned. Join us in the live chat. Invite your friends to join the discussion, and we will be right back.
Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. And
exactly.
Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature. And I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do. And I think that that's a big problem that people face now. Like, you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular. It's getting that person money. It's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause. I want money. Let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like, I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, and I was thinking, like,
The Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You want to start off?
I think I'll get it out of the way on a who's not.
Okay, do it.
The Orioles.
Right.
They got swept by the Royals. They lost 4 in a row, and the last 5 games have all been decided by 1 run. The game before, or the last game that they lost before the Royals was the Nationals, and it was Weeders, of course, won with a home run.
Hit the home run.
Right.
They were going into that National series. It seemed like they were doing so well, and they just crapped out. They got that game postponed, so who knows when they're going to replay that or play that game. That's my first not for the night.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and...
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we are back, Old School Bruja Radio, and we got the cameras back up.
Yes.
Super excited about that. And I am your host, La Fuerza, and Mrs. Scientific, our resident tarot reader. So, thank you for bearing with us in our little bit of technical difficulties as we embrace the energy of retrograde.
It's been fun, right?
Because the retrograde is on one. Can you turn that chair around?
Yes.
I can see it.
There's no one here. Well, maybe there is.
There is someone there.
Actually.
My mother, probably.
Let's see who's there.
So, we were talking about charm readings.
Yes.
And how excited I am about the charm reading. I've never had a charm reading up until today. And I would love for you to throw some more, just so we can get them warmed up. And now that our cameras are back, we can...
Interesting. Okay.
We can definitely see these charms. Oh, gotta switch out my mic. Thank you.
So I want to say...
All right.
There's 200 and it doesn't seem like it, but there's 225 charms in this bag.
225
with my piece of kyanite.
Yes.
So there's nothing special here. This is just grabbing. I don't even look in the bag. I just grab.
Okay.
So did you want me to throw some for you again, or
yes?
Question
just to warm the crowd up, so that way they can get used to what a charm reading looks like. So those tuning in, thank you. I see you guys joining us now. We're doing charm readings. So we have 225
yes.
charms. And she's going to throw them now. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay.
Wait, that's the same one as the first one.
It is, and interesting. So this came up the first time I pulled. So it's the breast cancer ribbon. So you have someone that's transitioned over that passed because of breast cancer. Make sense? Okay. This.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one says Daddy's Princess. So this is. Yeah, that's a lot of energy attached to that one. This one says Sister. So we have an alligator, which is enemy, and then justice. So these two came up previously for you just now. So someone transitioned over. This person did pass because of breast cancer.
I know
this
who that
person
is.
thinks of you as a sister. We
The
have
person who transitioned?
Yeah. They have a sister. It's like a kindred or almost like a sister vibe. A love for you as a sister. This one, Daddy's Princess. I think we know who this is. This is for you. Yeah, I'm sorry. And then there's an enemy, but then there's going to be justice here. Conquering this enemy. You're going to be victorious. Getting over on this enemy. Oh, look. Get it. Ow.
I'm just going to
So
swirl
you
my
see,
hair.
the charms read like tarot. That when I purchased them, I didn't go to, actually I went to Michael's. I got 2 charms that I knew I could get there, which was the moon and this little alligator. But the others I ordered online, and as soon as they came, again, you know, I cleansed them, I blessed them, I charged them. And my daughter Carly, her and I, we sat together and we assigned meanings to every charm. So it has her energy, it has mine, but they read just like tarot. I can do a Celtic cross read with them, or I can just throw, and you see how they read like a story. And they're very deep. They get in your shit.
Oh yeah, they got in my shit. You almost had me in tears just now.
Nice, and I'm sorry, but
the woman who passed over, I can't disclose who she is, but she did pass over from breast cancer, and she is connected to me in a unique way. So yeah, that's super deep.
Yeah,
I like it.
And this enemy, and then this Lady Justice came in the first time I threw them.
Yep.
So that's confirmation, because in case, so the Spirit wants you to know, in case you didn't catch that message the last time, they're telling you again.
You're like, just so you know,
we got you, boo boo.
For real. We got you.
Yeah. So that's kind of how the charms work. There's no rhyme or reason here. They're fun.
So what I did was I told the audience that they should respond with me if they would like a charm reading.
Yes.
So I'm just waiting for that. But we're going to go to a break in a few. But when we come back, we're going to continue talking about retrograde, and we're going to get into horoscopes and charm readings. I'm really looking forward to that, because I want to know my horoscope. It's Scorpio season still. You know what I'm saying? So I need to know what the hell is up, for real.
Your dreams should be really tight and on point.
My dreams? My dreams are insane. But we will be right back. We're going to break. We're going to pay some bills. I don't know why I just did that. I think I'm delirious. I'm so sleepy. All right, we'll be right back.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Take a minute and listen to this flashback of the old school Bruja radio show.
I'll give her a second to answer that. Oh, can I had one more question for the cards. I'm going to think the question and just pull.
And do you want a specific deck or
do whatever you want?
And I'm going to do the same exact thing in a minute and silently ask.
Okay. A quick read. A quick.
Just a quick.
A quick. Here you go. I'm going to do it for you. Espérate. I didn't ask it yet.
I don't think it matters.
Okay, I'm asking it now.
Stop playing.
Done. Done.
Okay, you're done.
I thought you were shuffling.
Alright.
Which is
What's that?
Okay, so 3 of Swords. This is a love triangle. This is uno, dos, tres. So there's 1 in the middle and there's 2 on the outside. This is also the card of disappointment, broken promises, some hurtful wounds.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hey, you asked.
Wow.
Okay. So
interesting.
1 of the swords is very loyal. Oh wait.
Shut up.
That was the last one. Let yourself receive. And then the words of the wonderful Cardi B. And clean it up. So this is to clean some shit up. Did you want to do this on camera? Okay.
You didn't need no compliment. You didn't need.
Always come for me.
And I'll hold my question for when we go to break.
Okay, because we are 1 minute away, but.
Join us every Tuesday at 9 p.m. for Old School Bruja radio show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
We're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's Radio Loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin' Street? Girlin' Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
So, Jacqueline. Yes, Mom? I wanted to talk to you about something and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey, guys, check out my new video game. Pew, pew.
Wait, Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd
on.
you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest.
There's nothing in the world like
You are
experiencing
listening to
nature firsthand.
BeExposedRadio.com.
Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
You remind me to tell you about Bastet and Segment.
Yes.
And we are back with Old School Bruja Radio. I am your host, La Fuerza, the psychic medium Bruja. And here tonight with my co-host, Mrs. Scientific, our resident tarot reader. Chanel, our other co-host, is on vacation with her family for the holiday. We miss you.
We miss you, Chanel.
Washing it clean. So we were getting ready to do some charm readings. We are waiting for folks to respond. You got to say me if you would like a charm reading. Me, exclamation point, smiley face. But, you know, I need to tell you, I had 2 dreams the other night. One dream was with Sekhmet. This is a lion head.
Yes.
And I was in a beautiful room, but it looked like somebody's office. Didn't know why I was there. But at the end of the room was someone from my past, and then when I looked on the other side, it was Sekhmet in a suit, but both were facing the wall. And then I went like this, because you know I'm a dramatic. And I went like this in the dream, like show yourself. And they both turned around at the same time, and it was Sekhmet and then the person from my past.
Wow.
This happened just a couple of nights ago.
See, no, she is vicious. She is ferocious.
And she had it was an androgynous suit. So I could not tell if it was a man or a woman, but I felt the sexual energy of a woman, but then the power of a man, and then the lion head. I was like, oh. And then the dream switched immediately. And then I had Anubis come to me in a dream, but with my cat.
See?
And they were just hanging out. Like, it was like it wasn't like Anubis came in my face. It was like Blaze, my kitten, for those who don't know, my little kitten, and Anubis were just playing in my bedroom.
That's interesting. That is very interesting.
I have never, from what I can remember, had a dream about Sekhmet, ever.
I've never seen her. I have such a connection to Bast.
We have someone on the phone line. Someone's calling in. Hi.
Hi.
Who do we have on the line?
It's Monty. How are you?
I can't hear.
Can you hear me now?
Okay. So until we get that squared away. So we have people who want to be read.
All right.
So until we get that person on the line. So we have, let's see.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, I hear someone. Who do we have on the line?
It's Monty.
I'm sorry, who?
Monty.
Monty. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I want to get a reading.
Oh, Monty wants a reading.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm ready. So after Monty is Janelle and then Jacqueline.
Okay.
So we got 3 readings. And remember, you gotta share and invite your friends if you want them to be a part of Old School Bruja radio show. Okay, just click share, invite them, let them know we're talking about all things retrograde, brujeria, fuckaries, and readings with Mrs. Scientific.
All the bullshit. Okay, so
is Monty, this is for Monty. Monty, you with us there, boo?
Okay. So what we have, so first there's the ring, which tells me this is either commitment based or this is contractual. So either this is something going on with a business partner, there's some changes coming, or this is a personal or an intimate partner. The watering can tells me that there is some work to be done to keep this thing going. So again, it's either an intimate connection, you need to do some work, put some work in, get this thing back on track, or it is business related.
You got that, Monty?
Very accurate.
Awesome. He said very accurate.
Okay, the next charm is the little suitcase and there's a little heart on it. So this tells me that you either have a plan to go somewhere with a love, or you're going to go somewhere and you're going to cross paths with someone who can be a potential partner.
He is about to fall over. I can hear him.
We hear you through the
We hear you.
The last charm is, and she keeps coming up, Lady Justice. So this is, something, there's a battle, there's something that you are going through right now. It will turn in your favor. There is victory to be had for you.
Oh my God.
He's saying, oh my God.
I was so creeped out. Are we
good?
He's saying he's freaked
Please
out.
Don't fall out, please.
Don't fall out. Drink water.
Does that resonate for you?
It did, completely.
Completely.
Thank you, Spirit.
Thank you, Monty. All right, we're going to go ahead and pull for Janelle. Ooh, I love her name. Listen to her name. I'm going to say it the way I hear it in my brain.
What is it?
Janelle Gigi Moulinar.
Gigi is my home girl from back home.
Hi, Gigi.
Hi, Gigi said.
Hello, Janelle Gigi Moulinar.
You know what? You were crazy.
I feel like that you have to say her whole name.
You do. All right. Tons. Okay. There is a lot. Let me make the story make sense here.
These charms are so cute, by the way.
They're funny. This will be the end. Okay, I got it. You ready?
You ready, Janelle Gigi Moulinar?
So, first off, the headphones, this tells me that you're not listening. The charm next to that one has blue footprints, so you're not listening to the perspective or the view of a male. So there's a male that's trying to get through to you, or he's trying to tell you something and you're not listening. And Spirit says, cut that shit out. The next charm is a little gift box. It's a Tiffany box, but it looks like a ring box. So this tells me that there is a ring or something to do with a ring that is coming forward. To confirm that, there is a little tiny red crystal heart. So this tells me that this is a gift or a ring from a love.
Excuse
me. It's time to move forward with those plans. The next charm is a little diploma, but it says graduate on it, but I'm gonna roll with this it's a license, and because it's next to the ring box and the heart, this tells me this is marriage. This is a marriage license. Still in line with the male that you don't listen to. The next charm is the little magic wand, and am I running out of time?
No, I was mouthing the words that Gigi's hard-headed.
So I wish y'all could see it. It's a little tiny magic wand. So this tells me Gigi is Bruja. Gigi is magical.
Ooh, Gigi, you're a Bruja.
I know she is. And the last charm is, I'm going to put this charm out the bag for tonight. This is Lady Justice. So whatever has been going on behind closed doors, people have been talking about you, people have been dragging your name. You're going to be victorious at the other side of this.
That's beautiful.
So, justice, things in your favor. You're going to be successful.
And you're married, girl.
Yes. Start listening to that man. He has good things to say.
Bendito, she's just a little hard-headed.
She is.
Tú sabes.
She is an Aries.
Oh, yes. Okay, so now we have Jacqueline Afrodita Reds.
Okay.
Jacqueline, are you with us, darling? Thank you, Janelle Laminar. I just love her name. Janelle
She's beautiful. She's I love her.
Hold on, let me look real quick. Ooh, hello.
She's a high.
Hi, pretty.
Okay. You know what?
I'm be good.
Be good. So I threw the lapis stone in here to see if we're gonna get.
Okay.
So here we go again.
Here we go, Jackie.
Jackie is hard-headed too. Jackie doesn't listen at all. Okay.
Jackie,
Jackie's
it's time to listen.
So the next charm, so we have again the headphones. You don't listen. This next charm is the ring again. So this is an intimate connection. Are you not listening to your partner? Are you not giving your partner a voice? If you don't have a partner, then this is business. This is, you need to hear out your business partner or listen to the guidance that someone's giving you in reference to your business. The next charm is the hand of Fatima. It's the Hamza, and it has the little, the evil eye in the center. This tells me that you are very intuitive. Your third eye is probably very open. Pay attention and listen to your intuition and your gut.
Hold on one second. Your third eye is open, but you're not listening.
What a contrast.
Te voy a dar pau pau.
Crazy. The next charm is the charm of peace. And after that, we have a little flag with a heart. And this tells me somebody who could have been military affiliated is reaching to you from the other side. This is someone that has transitioned, someone who has served in the military, or they have stripes, or they were in uniform. This person is on the other side. They want to connect with you, and they want you to be at peace with their passing. The last charm is a little bubble, and it's like a cartoon bubble, and it says OMG in the bubble. So is that something that person used to say to you? Is that something that you used to say? Or is that what you're saying now because Spirit is confirming that you already know this information?
Ah, Jackie, mira, please start listening, okay? We're going to continue these readings. We got to go pay the bills again. But when we come back, we're going to just do a few more. So make sure you write me in the chat so that way I can see you and let her know. And then I want to talk about what's going on in some pop culture in our world right now. So we will be right back. Stay tuned to Old School Bruja Radio with your host, La Fuerza.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story, adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at theshelterpetproject.org. A public service announcement brought to you by Maddie's Fund.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You want to start off?
I think I'll get it out of the way on a who's not.
Okay, do it.
The Orioles.
Right.
They got swept by the Royals. They lost 4 in a row, and the last 5 games have all been decided by 1 run.
Mm-hmm.
The game before, or the last game that they lost before the Royals was the Nationals, and it was Weeders, of course, won with a home run.
Hit the home run.
Right.
They were going into that National Series. It seemed like they were doing so well, and they just crapped out. They got that game postponed, so who knows when they're going to replay that or play that game.
Mm-hmm.
That's my first not for the night.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and weigh in on my who's not, and I'm going to talk about the San Diego Padres.
The Padres. That's okay. You just took my answer.
They're in last place in the NL West. They've lost 8 of their last 10. Their run differential is a negative 65, which is just horrible. So when you have well, let me just talk about run differential a little bit. It's kind of like the
how much you're winning or losing your games by, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. it's like the margin of victory kind of.
Right.
So when you're in a negative number, that means that you're
Then your average game, you're losing
by a whole lot.
Right.
I mean, a number like negative 65, this early in the season is pretty rough.
That's
and
horrible.
Then the pitching numbers pretty much support this stat right here. I mean, the team ERA is 4.70, which is 26th in the league. They have 126 walks allowed. They acquired Jared Weaver in the offseason, and he really has not panned out. He's off to one of the worst starts in any of the pitchers in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
He's 0-4 with a 6.05 ERA. In May alone, he already has 12 earned runs in May. And, another one of their pitchers, Clayton Richard, he's 2-4 with a 4.34 ERA. And, in May, he has 6 earned runs and 12 innings pitched. So they're not pitching well. And on top of that, they are also not batting well.
Right. But it kind of sucks because Manuel Margot is doing pretty good. His the past few at bats, his last.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com.
I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. And
exactly.
Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We are back. I am your host, La Fuerza of Old School Bruja Radio, Psychic Medium. And I am here with Mrs. Scientific, our resident tarot reader. Chanel is home with family for the holidays. Speaking of holiday, I am not celebrating Thanksgiving per se. I'm just having a gratitude dinner, and I'm opening my doors to my friends and some clients, whoever's in the neighborhood. You can bring your own dish if you like, or whatever you want to drink. But if you're going to do that, hit my inbox, because not all of you can come to my house. You don't want that. I don't want that. There's a certain point where I'm not nice anymore.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, everybody got to go. Yeah, and I'm like, that's it. But I'm looking forward to that. And then after the friends' dinner, I'm heading to go spend the evening with my grandbaby. I'm obsessed.
You should be, because she is the cutest thing. Those filters, I'm telling you, I cried all day looking at these filters.
My grandbaby and I took lots of selfies today, and I put them up on my Instagram page, Lynette Caban, Psychic Medium, on Instagram. You gotta go right there, right now, and look at those photos. She is a button, let me tell you. I have such a blast with her, and today she was just a ball of laughter and then sleep, lots and lots of sleep. I'm crazy about her. So, we were reading folks before before we went to break, and during the break I got a few messages that a lot of new folks are joining us tonight. So welcome to the radio show. If you have no clue what's going on here, this is a show that discusses practices of me, Old School Bruja, and all the witches of which are in my community, which is who I teach, and clients who I heal, empower, and eventually teach them to be their own Bruja or Brujo. Bruja means witch, healer, oracle, number of things that we're called. So, and we're back. Full circle. So, we have Charlitha Thomas. She's joining us tonight for her reading. This is a charm reading, Miss Charlitha. And
we had somebody else earlier. Nicole said she wanted one. Where did Nicole go?
Wait a second. We got Noni. Oh, we have quite a few people. Hold on, there is a delay. Hold on, I'm coming back. All right, we did Noni.
We got Noni. Then we have Nicole. And then we have Charlita. Or Charlita then Nicole. Whatever spirit sees first. But I feel like Nicole keeps pulling. Let's pull for Nicole.
Okay. I'll put the selenite in here because I feel like she needs a lot of healing. She needs some assistance and some guidance. So this is for Nicole.
Nicole, darling. How are you, love? We're here.
There's a lot going on. I almost don't want to do hers
On air? Okay, so what we'll do is, Nicole, because we don't want to do this one on air, we are going to set up a time for you to get this reading separately from Mrs. Scientific. She's going to take an image of the charms, and then we'll work it out so that way you and Mrs. Scientific can connect. Nicole is such a lovely soul. I love her dearly. I met her at a meditation recently, and she's great. I love her so much.
So, pardon me, I'm going to take a photo.
Yep, no problem.
And I can talk to her privately because some messages from Spirit just isn't for everyone.
Exactly. Not everything and every message is for everyone. It's the same thing with magic.
And so she has 11 charms, so that's a mouthful.
Okay. So, Nicole, you got 11 charms. We're going to send you that picture, and then we'll set up a time for you guys to chat. So, excuse me. We are moving on. Excuse me. And now we can move on to, we did Jackie, Charlita, then Noni. This reading is for Charlita Thomas.
Oh, so the whole kyanite piece came out. Get you some kyanite.
Charlita, get you some kyanite stone, okay? And if you don't know what that is, hit my inbox.
So again, it feels like a heavy one. So 4 charms, yeah.
Ooh, I
so
felt
that
that
first
here.
one, the first one is the moon. The moon tells me that you're masking some kind of pain, or you're masking something that is haunting you. The charm that sits to the right of the moon is a baby carriage. So again, I don't want to say certain things on air because it can be very painful. We can talk about that charm at a later time. Lady Justice shows herself again. So there's some victory or some success that's coming your way. Something is going to turn in your favor. And again, the Bruja energy is right tonight. The little the magic wand shows up again. So again, we can discuss further. It's not for everyone. But kyanite, and the kyanite is, yeah.
What's the kyanite stone for?
I look at kyanite, it's a tektite. I look at it as it clears you. It's for speaking your truth. It's very healing. And it is rumored that kyanite is what Archangel Michael's wings are made of. It is beautiful. I love this so much.
And you can also charge your stones on a kyanite.
Yes. Yep.
I have a huge kyanite fan. The
I bet it's amazing.
It's flat and it just grew out like a fan. It's really, really pretty. It's a black kyanite.
So I'm going to run with how Spirit is saying maybe she needs kyanite in her life. And selenite.
Yeah. Awesome.
I'll do a picture
and then
of this
we
one
have
as well,
Noni.
just in case.
Noni, love, how are you? Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm seriously in the mood to like cuddle in my pajamas. That's all I can think about.
I can't wait to go home and do nothing. Until Monday. I'm off.
That's great.
Yeah.
And we're going to be together.
Yes. Yes. And this is for...
Excuse me.
This is crazy.
Wepa.
Okay, so we have Grandma. We have Grandma Charm.
Noni, you got the grandma charm. Your abuela is here.
Are you not listening, or are you missing signs? Is Grandma transition because this is telling me that you're missing the signs? You're not listening. You are also not a good listener. You're not a good listener. Follow your intuition. The mask is here again. I'm sorry, the moon is here, so you're masking something. There's some issues with a child, or there is a child wanting to connect with you. This is a very young person. Then we have the sneaker charm, so this tells me there's also a teenager who is going to look to be mentored by you, or there's something to do with a teenager. There's some energy that needs to be watered, something needs to be nurtured with this person. Magic wand is here again, and so is the Lady Justice again. These two, almost for everyone, are coming up. Things happening, and you're gonna have success in something. Something is gonna happen just as you've asked it to manifest.
Yes.
So that is what I
All
see.
right. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to get into our horoscopes for retrograde, and we're going to talk about Kim Porter, who passed away recently, and it was so sad, but we have some astrology around that whole ordeal. Yeah. So we're going to take a break. Stay tuned. Join us in the Facebook discussion. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Just make sure you turn it back on.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You use Tearless Baby Shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bathwater to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Back. Old School Bruja Radio in the last 30 minutes of tonight's show. So, we're in retrograde.
We are.
And we got some horoscopes for you.
We do. So
let's get it.
Let's do it. So we've got Mercury, we have Uranus, and we have Neptune all retrograding right now. So I'm going to run through the signs. I hope you're listening. Pay attention. I'm going to go really fast. So Aries, message for you for this retrograde. Stop defending all ideas. Let shit go. Taurus, stop being so hard on yourself. You got this. Gemini, communication is key at this time, and it's not what you say, it's how you say it. For Cancer, you're doing way too fucking much right now. Back to the basics. Go back to your why. Why are you doing the things that you're doing?
I know. The engineer just said, I can't wait for Scorpio.
Leo, you might be finding new hobbies and exploring things, but you need to go a little deeper. Do not be distracted with how others do it. Do your own shit.
Stay in your own lane. Oh, God damn it.
Virgo, diving deeper into your bloodline is what you need to do right now. Understanding who you really are, stand firm, and thank the God and the Goddess for you wanting to know who you are. Libra, it is time to fucking hibernate. You've given someone or something too much access, too much energy. Shut shit down right now.
Shut it down.
Can't take it. I knew that shit was coming. Scorpio, time to count your funds more closely. Stop helping everybody, goddammit. You will go broke being a hero. Stop that shit. Immediately.
Right? He's in my ear going, wow. Let me tell you, Aldo, y'all can't hear him, but he's in my ear going, wow, that's crazy. Because Let me tell you, it's right on point.
Stop.
Oh, believe me, I stopped.
Like, cut that shit out.
I shut it down. I shut it down because it screwed me up. And I was like, wait, but no.
You're like, where's all my money?
Right, because I'm helping. Right, so
Stop.
I am not your resource for financial assistance right now. I'm working on my own shit.
Manifesting your own shit.
Manifesting my own shit with some twerks.
I can't.
You gotta make that face.
Stop. I can't, I'm laughing. Sagittarius, one thing at a time. Recenter, realign. It's time to focus. Burning the candle at both ends is dangerous for you right now. Capricorn, stop masking your pain. It's time to let someone know how you've been affected by their actions. Stand and speak your truth.
If that motherfucker tries to come up to me, I'm punching her dead in the forehead.
Unspoken words. Let me get my silent lines. Unspoken words, Capricorn, will manifest illness. Holding on to words meant for someone else will fucking kill you. Stop.
Matter of fact, you can hold on to your words.
You know what?
Hold on to them tight. Hold your breath while you're at it.
Stop. Aquarius, going along with what the masses want and not what you want helps who? No fucking body. You're experimenting and experiencing the fruit of that kind of labor. Aren't you tired yet? God damn it, Aquarius. No
my
more
mood.
hamster wheels. No more. No mas.
No mas.
Finally, we have beautiful Pisces. Time to stretch yourself outside of the box, Pisces. Career-wise, you're built for so much more.
Latte. I just called you out.
We just calling names now. That's what we doing. So that is your scope for this bullshit retrograde season that we're in for all 12 signs. I hope they listen. I hope they took notes because it's that serious.
Nicole, she said yes, it's true for Capricorn. I did not mean for you to hold your breath. I wasn't talking about you as a Capricorn. You are darling sweetheart. But the other Capricorn that should not come near me. Because then, you see this?
You gonna stab a bitch.
You're gonna make her a unicorn. Oh, what?
You know what? That.
Oh my God, look what Lynette did. Officer. Mr. Officer.
She's a witch, y'all.
She's a witch.
Look what she did to
And
me.
now I'm a unicorn. And I don't know what to do.
You're not.
She did put a hoodie on me.
You see how they accuse Beyonce? I was accused of being a witch this week, and I'm like, well, actually.
Are you a witch?
Well, actually.
If you have to ask.
I'm just going to shuffle. Moving right along. So back to our entertainment news. Chanel, where are you? We need
I
you.
know, Chanel. Let me tell you, Chanel is so good at entertainment news. And then she tops it off with, baby.
I love her. I miss you, Chanel.
I miss you. No, how about, I'm like, where the hell are you? So she texts me saying, I'm in the car, ladies. Did you remember that text? Mm-hmm. Excuse me. And then I don't hear from her from 3 hours. And I'm like, wait, where are you? Are you okay? Are you alive? I'm calling her. She ain't answering. I'm like, anyone hear from her? Last I heard, she was on her way. She calls me back. Oh, girl, I was in the pool. Bitch, what pool were you in? Because we're here waiting for you.
37 degrees. What the hell?
She was all the way out of state. Didn't tell us she left.
Didn't tell us. Oh, right.
Yeah. And I was like, girl, at least you're alive. I was worried.
Right.
I just need her to come back.
Better, Chanel.
Just come back. Baby, come back.
You know what? So real quick, so I just pulled a card. So there's a Libra out here who is not speaking her or his truth.
Who's watching the show right now?
Probably. So if you're a Libra, I need you to speak your truth. You're not doing justice to yourself. By holding our truth.
Yeah. So we made it through the horoscopes.
We did.
So let's talk about, we're going to tap into some of the pop culture stuff. So Kim Porter passed away.
Yeah.
and very suddenly she had it was a heart attack or from the complications of pneumonia.
Yes.
And she was very young. But today, as we were discussing how, the show was going to look and going over all the topics, this came up and you were like, I really wonder what the astrological makeup of this whole situation is. So in this situation, we have Kim Porter, we have Diddy, and what's his girlfriend? Cassie. And who else? Did you have anyone else?
So
Okay.
I was really, when I love Instagram even more than Facebook at this point, and I'm just scrolling, and I've always thought she was a beautiful soul. She has this energy. She reminds me of the energy of Aaliyah, and I have goosebumps right now talking about her. I thought that she was always very poised, very graceful, and she didn't bring drama or like bullshit to him. Whatever was happening, you never knew what was happening with them. So when I saw the rest in peace, I'm thinking that can't be. There's just no way. But I wanted to know, I went diving deeper. I wanted to know what her sign was, what his sign was, and why they worked so well. And I know he absolutely adored and loved her, but I found out recently that she's a Sagittarius. She was Sagittarius, which is fire, and Puff is Scorpio, water.
We share a birthday.
Yes, November 4th for him.
Hey, Diddy!
And she's December 16th. So I'm absolutely curious how these signs, they meshed so well. But
they didn't mesh well intimately after a while because they eventually split, but they were able to work together.
Right, and he has always called her, his soulmate and his twin, and I know why. They're both very mystical people, excellent communicators, party animals. They had a really solid connection, and they have beautiful children. It was a relationship, it was a love affair that lasted for quite some time. But what I do know is Scorpios are possessive.
Yes, we are.
Very possessive. And her being a Sagittarius is a centaur. Sagittarius is a sign that travels. They like their freedom. And so you can love a person, you can love a Sag, but you have to love them a certain way. And if he was holding too tightly to her, her natural instinct is she needs to get away. You're taking her freedom from her. So I can see that would be the only thing that didn't work for them. Is he became very possessive. I know he loved her, I know she loved him, and they have, again, a beautiful family. But you have to really understand who you're connected to, know that sign, know who they are on a deeper level, not just this is my boy, this is my girlfriend, blah blah blah. We have great things in common. Know how this sign really operates. I'm an Aries. If you need to study how I move, how I think in order to love me correctly, you should know my love language. And I'm guessing that he forgot to check what her love language was.
Which I can see that happening.
Yeah.
Especially from a male Scorpio.
Yeah.
They're not very, my experience with male Scorpio, it's very surface. And then when they get deep, it's still surface to me. It's like, okay, you're just in the safety zone, but you need to get deeper to know me, especially a Scorpio.
He loved her so much, and from what we look at these celebrities, and we are just speculating, obviously, but because of the work that we do and the crystals, the cards, and just tuning into spirit, how deep did he go to know who she really was, And it's really sad. And no matter who he is with or who he's not with anymore, he's always gravitated back to her. And it makes me think about the connections that I've had on personal levels. Is there anyone in my life that just keeps coming back? And it's not a retrograde thing. It's just you have
always
a good connection.
That connection is always there.
And we have friends. We meet people along this wonderful journey that we're on, and you just have, it's like a magnetism. And whether that friendship ever crosses a line, it's just a good feeling. You know them from another time.
Yeah.
And that's the magic, and that's the mysticism of.
And these two,
of all
I
of this.
believe they had past lives together.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
He will never ever stop posting her. He will never stop talking about her. Just like Dame with Aaliyah. He will never love like that again, ever. So, you know, condolences to her friends and family, and it's really sad to see somebody go that quickly.
And I just saw her son, the older boy that she had. Well, now he's a man. With Albie Shore.
Yeah.
And he did a movie on Netflix called The Christmas Calendar. He did so good. He's so handsome.
Oh, he is. He looks just like his dad.
He looks just like his dad. Yeah. And then, you know, and continuing in pop culture, I was reading, again, Cardi B. Y'all know I love Cardi. She grew on me like a bad rash.
I love her.
I do love her. I was reading an article because, you know, she just had Culture, the baby. And she was talking about how she was depressed after the baby, but she was so pressed to lose the baby weight, and it came off so quickly that now she's too skinny, according to what she said. And it's making her depressed because she can't gain weight.
Yeah.
And I feel really bad for her because I understand that struggle. Like, after I had my daughter, I lost so much weight. I was literally a bobblehead. Like, I was skin and bones. And I didn't have postpartum depression that lasted a long time. It lasted like 3 days, I remember, because I lost my shit. Which is not uncommon for me, but you know. And I remember just losing weight, and feeling really depressed because people were asking me if I was on drugs.
Wow.
And no, I was breastfeeding, and I was trying to eat, and I would eat and nothing would stick, or I didn't have an appetite at all.
Wow.
And I remember my mother having to do some concoction that she made to make me eat and gain weight again and get my vitamins back up. So I feel for Cardi. Much love and light to you, honey, as you navigate motherhood for the first time. And I hope that you overcome the depression, the postpartum depression that is plaguing you right now.
Yeah.
Because you're awesome, girl. And maybe you just need a little bit of a break. I was saying that the other day. We work so hard when we are, especially when we're on a roll, when things are really, really working for us, and we have a passion and love what we do. That is for Brujas too. We will work ourselves, and sometimes we forget to take a break and to take a step back. And remember, self-care is the first and foremost as a practitioner.
Exactly.
Okay, whether it's brujeria, healer, psychotherapist, our self-care is first and foremost, and we will burn out.
Yeah.
And we can't keep doing that
for a minute. She's been on this role. She's very successful. It was very overnight.
Yes.
But that is one person. I don't care what anyone says about Cardi. She has been speaking her truth
from the beginning.
Since she had her snaggletooth. And I was mad when she fixed that tooth because that tooth represented who she really was. And I love her. And you know, she's Caribbean. I love her.
I love her.
I love her.
She is so funny.
But she's amazing.
She is dope. I am. Oh, we almost have to go to break in a second. But before we do that, I'm looking forward to the next couple of weeks coming up as we navigate through retrograde, and I feel like now is the time where manifestation magic is going to be amplified because we are in a full moon. Did you look outside? It's stunning. It's not quite all the way full yet, but it's almost there. But I want to talk about some manifestations that you guys want to work on. I know I have some stuff I want to work on. And what do you do for manifestation magic? What's your ritual like? All right, we're going to break. We'll be right back with Old School Bruja Radio.
Here's what you missed on Salacious Life Radio.
You know, when it comes to your children, especially if you're dating someone that you actually like, you do want it to work. So you're gonna hope and encourage the relationship between your child and that person because you like that person, you know, so you're gonna hope for the best. I mean, sometimes, it just doesn't work, and you can't make it work. You can't force it. It's like a branch. You keep bending it. Eventually, it'll snap, and even if you put it back together, it'll never be what it once was. But you definitely pray on it. You hope for the best, you know, because like nobody wants to spend the rest of their life alone just because a particular relationship didn't work out, but you had this beautiful creature as a result of it, you know. But you don't want to necessarily spend and you're not all of a sudden a bad person. You're not all of a sudden not going to fulfill this other person's needs.
You, madam, are a harlot and a scoundrel.
Because I had one kid while I was still married. Like,
but what if you?
I take that back.
What if the situation turns around the other way? So you ready for your child to meet? They meet the person, and this person is a giver. So this person's buying your child lots of gifts and wanting to.
I would usually.
Do you
like, you don't like if it's a birthday or some sort of holiday or something like that, okay, and they want to get them a few things or get them something, okay, but just on like a regular basis, like unless it's like Nestle's Quick or something that you can get from like, you know what I'm saying, or like Kit Kats or something like that. Like, no, don't spend a lot of money
it's
on.
Unrealistic. I'm sorry,
it's unrealistic. Like, don't
like
try to buy his.
Tune in live to Salacious Life Radio every Wednesday from 9 to 11, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
My name is Ruth Rusi. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live united. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child. And believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if...
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
We are back in our final 10 minutes of tonight's show, and we're having a good time. So, before we went to break, I was talking about manifestation magic. And I am really focusing my time on writing and manifesting everything I need, not want, need in 2019. I'm working on that now. And I'm declaring that I'm being very clear that I'm not going to shift or budge or change my path, my course of action on those things that I want to manifest. So I'm not allowing distraction. Because there was a lot of distraction in 2018.
Yes.
And a lot of it was out of my control. Some of it was in my control. And it was annoying.
I can agree.
And so when the shift happened last week, I felt myself settle in, like my feet really got grounded. I felt really, really grounded. And with that shift, and then it was like, okay, refocus. We got 2 months to get this plan in order. 60 days to execution of manifestation.
I just feel like I didn't do everything I should have done in 2018. I had a lot of uprooting, a lot of really big changes, and
definitely a transformation year.
A lot, but here I am in the final. This is the final piece, and for manifesting for myself, with what's happening with the moon, what I tend to do is I do a lot of writing as well. My daughter just uncovered, she's so funny, two books that I used to write my sermons in when I was actively preaching, and she asked permission to read, and some of those pages, I can't believe the things that I wrote, and I need to get back to writing. I need to finish my book. I'm already like 3 chapters in. I need to finish writing. I need to stop procrastinating. But for moon magic specifically, I make moon water. I put water out uncovered Whatever is going to fall is going to be in my water, and I put rose quartz usually and some selenite in the water. And they say selenite should not be in water, but bump that, I need that. And I bring
Well, you're not
that
drinking
in.
it, so.
Oh, some water I drink.
Okay.
But I use that to bless my altar. I bless myself with this. But at one point I was drinking it, and I have to tell you, it is very enlightening. So you can make elixirs, but don't put these big raw crystals in your water if you plan to drink. But you can make healing elixirs depending on what it is you're trying to manifest. Citrine, rose quartz, amethyst, but just don't do the raw ones. Don't do the metals either. The pyrites, don't do it.
Be very careful when you're putting stones into your water or your teas. Do your research before doing it, because there are stones that cannot be in water. There are stones that you should not ingest. And there are stones that you might not even need. You know, don't go putting in all 7 chakra stones into a jug of water.
Don't do it. And please, I think we need to have a full show on this next one, yoni eggs. Do your research before you go sticking these eggs in your
Can I
snatch,
tell you,
please.
I have a whole yoni egg workshop course.
Do it, because they're running to Pinterest, they're running to every Tom, Dick, and Harry for these yoni steams, and they're using eggs. There are some
You know what?
you should not.
Noni Turner, who's watching, she is a yoni steam connoisseur.
We need to get her on here.
Noni, I would love to invite you on the show to talk about your business and to share some yoni knowledge with us.
Yes,
because she's still watching.
Let's get her on here, because there's a lot of misinformation.
She's an island mama too.
Yes.
So Noni, we invite
educated.
you. She's waving, yay! Next Tuesday at 9.
Be here.
We're talking about pussy!
Be here. You got one, you might as well talk about it.
Aldo will be here. He's in my ear. He said it. He'll be here to talk about
Go
pussy.
ahead. Go
He's
ahead.
going to come on the air to share his experience with yoni steams and yoni eggs.
I can't wait.
You know what? I'm going to bring all of my yoni eggs in next week too. Let them all sit right here and let my vagina energy just permeate throughout the room.
I am screaming internally. Let me get my selenite.
I'm going to be like this. Are we talking about yonis still?
We are still talking.
The whole entire show, I'm just going to be like this.
I'm screaming right now. I'm gagging right now. Where's Chanel? Chanel, please help me.
Chanel. I'm still. You know what? I want to see how long I can hold this up while we talk about yonis.
Please. I'm scared.
Okay.
No, but seriously, you cannot just run to Etsy and buy a yoni steam kit. Please.
Doing that. That's
pussy from Etsy. I'm sorry. What are we really doing here? Do you even know these vendors? Oh my God. Oh my God.
I mean, if you're gonna get something as intimate and invasive as a yoni steam, you want to know where you're getting it from. You just don't want to get it from any old person. Do your research, as we say, just like with any practitioner, you do your research.
You should know what you're putting into your body, and that's spiritual baths.
Right.
Be careful who you are purchasing from.
Right. Just like people soliciting advice on Facebook. Someone recently who was pregnant was asking about morning sickness, and everyone was like, ginger.
No.
I'm like, no, actually ginger will cause you to have a miscarriage because ginger cleans the womb. You want to avoid ginger in the first trimester.
See, misinformation.
Because ginger can abort. You have enough ginger in your system, it cleans out the mucus, and then now you don't have your environment that's viable for a fetus. So I need everyone to do their research on their own. Stop soliciting information or advice, rather, on Facebook posts from random people and then saying, yeah, that's it and that's law. You have to do your own research when it comes to your own body and self-care, especially our yonis.
Especially.
That's our womb. That's our everything. That's where we hold everything. That's where we make life.
It is a sacred space.
Sacred space. So next week, we've just created next week's show, and we're talking about everything yonis. Yoni steam, yoni egg, yoni loving, yoni massage, yoni licking, yoni sniffing.
Definitely sniffing because
he said yoni licking.
He's banned. I'm locking the door.
He's Scorpio.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Right?
That makes sense.
So next week, tune in. So I still have the Art of Witch classes going on this Saturday. I have nothing going on. It's resting. But December 8th and the 15th is the Art of Witch class. The 15th, I still have one seat available. And then December 16th is Love, Sex, and Magic, hosted by me.
I cannot.
So follow me on Facebook, Lynette Caban, Psychic Medium, LINNETCABAN, to register for class. And then we have our final meditation for the season by me at Indigenous Wellness Studio, December 3rd. Doors open at 6:45 p.m. as we do manifestation mantras.
Get it.
I think I'm also going to add some manifestation magic, do a group magic spell for the manifestation. Power that bad boy up.
Let's do it.
And they'll be like, Vashna clean.
Get them. Get their asses because.
And I'm gonna put my leg up.
Oh no! I'm screaming again.
And then we're gonna talk about yonis.
I am screaming.
All right, so we're down to the final minute of tonight's show.
The last minute.
The last minute, and I got just such a beautiful reading. And you know what's funny? My mother came in, and then another spirit who was also a mother figure came in tonight. So I appreciate my mother and the other mother figure for coming in and showing me love. And thank you so much. And thank you to the viewers who made the show amazing. And thank you to Aldo. And thank you for fixing everything, Aldo. Thank you.
I appreciate you.
And Monty, thank you. All right, so we'll be back next week, 9 p.m. Tuesday, live here on Be Exposed Radio. Thank you for watching Old School Bruja Radio Show.
It's a jump off. Welcome to the show, Underwood Show. Hot topics. We discussing anything, it's a go. We going live now. Got a favorite song, call into the show. Is he ready? Yeah. 4, 3, 2, 1, here we go.
That's what I'm talking about. Show Underwood Radio in the neck, baby. Man, listen. The Iceman coming.
Oh, yeah.
Big Frost.
Yeah.
Strong. Harry Sutherland, our favorite country lawyer.
Hear ye.